All right, I think we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome in, Orioles, Marlins. We are here on a Thursday night. We're going to get the lineups and all that in just a minute. Good to have everybody in. We're going to have fun tonight. It's going to be a good time. Glad to have everybody here. Be sure to like and subscribe as you're coming in. There's our like goal. We are 13 subscribers away from getting to our mark of 1,300 subscribers. So if you're new, welcome in. Good to have everybody here. Orioles coming off, so far, a very productive series against the Marlins. Of course, they got swept in New York and just totally got annihilated in New York against the Yankees. And things weren't looking good. They came into this series against the Marlins. They won the first game 9-7. And then they won yesterday 7-4. And it's been kind of a good turnaround so far. You hope they can keep it going tonight. I think one of the big things that we saw in the two games that started this series is the runners in scoring position. They had a total of 4 hits in the entire 4-game series against the Yankees with runners in scoring position. And yet they're 8 for 24 with runners in scoring position in this series against the Marlins, which is a .333 batting average. You know, and they're 4 for 12 with hits with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. So overall, they're hitting a lot better in this series than they have in the past with runners in scoring position. And it's really key. We've talked about it. It's always been an Achilles heel for the Orioles over the last 2 seasons, how bad they are in those situations. And those are what I call the clutch situations where they just have failed. And over the last 2 games, they haven't. They've done really well with it, and it showed. So we hope that they can continue to do that. The pitching hasn't been very good, so the hitting has had to step up, and they have in this series so far. Anyway, good to have everybody in. Let's go over the lineups, and then we'll talk a little bit more about baseball here. For the Orioles, visiting Orioles down in Florida, you have Gunnar Henderson batting first at shortstop, batting second in DH in his Taylor Ward, batting third in left field is Dylan Beavers, batting fourth in first base is Pete Alonso, batting fifth and catching is Sam Basayo. Batting sixth in right field is Tyler O'Neill. Batting seventh at center field is Colton Cowser. Batting eighth at third base is Kobe Mayo. And batting ninth in second base is Jeremiah Jackson. Cade Povich is on the mound for the Orioles. Sony 4K, Jeannie, welcome in. For the homestand in Marlins, Lopez is batting first. Connor Norby batting second. Liam Hicks batting third. Morel batting fourth. Hernandez batting fifth. Ruiz batting sixth. Marseille batting 7th, Jimenez 8th, Sanoja 9th, and Meyer is on the mound. Max Meyer is on the mound for the Marlins. So, should be an interesting series. The Orioles looking to get the sweep and get back to 2 games under 500. Oddly enough, when you look at the Orioles and you look at the entire American League, in the American League alone, you have 4 teams that are 500 or better in the entire American League. The Orioles are 3 games under 500, and they're only a half a game out of the playoffs right now. It's nuts. The entire American League is just mediocre at best. Whereas the National League's playing good baseball, the American League is not. And if you're an Orioles fan, that's a bright spot, because that means even though you haven't played well through into May here, through May 6th, May 7th, you're still very much in the hunt. So, we'll see what happens. I had peanuts before we started. Now I got peanuts all in my mouth. Anyway, good to have everybody in. Hey, look at that. We're up to 10 likes already, too. Thanks, gang. It's going to be fun tonight. Orioles, Marlins. Orioles looking for the sweep. Will they do it? I don't know if they'll do it or not, but we're going to find out here soon enough. Anyway, good to have everybody in. Dan Steele, welcome back in. I just saw a stat that the O's have used 22 pitchers already. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. With Jack Eflin, Dean Kramer, and now Trevor Rogers, 3 of your top 5 starters on the DL, on the injured list. Yeah, absolutely. And having to use, unfortunately, go into your bullpen often. when you got guys coming in and out in the bullpen, that's a major reason for it. And you're right. I mean, again, I don't know where the root cause to the injuries is for the Orioles, at least. But, they'll have to figure something out. For the last two and a half years, they've had some major injuries. I don't know if it's their strength and conditioning program, if it's the strength and conditioning mindset, or what it is, but something has to change. Will it? I couldn't even begin to tell you, but we'll have to find out soon enough. The Orioles are going to have to figure something out on the health front because they just seem to continue to get hurt day after day, year after year, night after night, you name it. But to be fair, I think injuries are an epidemic around the league. Everybody's getting hurt. Now Tariq Skubal is gone probably for the season, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to pitch again this year. You've seen, what's his name? Carlos Correa is gone for the season for the Houston Astros. I've said it before. Hey, Michaela Forche, welcome in. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think these guys don't allow their bodies to rest. I don't think they allow their bodies to recover. And I think after a certain amount of time, the body's just going to break down and say, you know what? I can't do it anymore. And something's going to break down. And I think that's part of what happens, at least on the hitter side of things. On the pitcher side of it, I still say to this day, and I'll die on this hill if I have to, I think the reason for the epidemic with the pitchers is the analytics. I'm sorry. I don't believe the analytics are as important as they're made out to be in the game of baseball. Baseball was around for 100 years without analytics, and it made out just fine. And players played, and they played hard, and they put up great numbers, and they didn't get hurt. The problem with today's analytics, especially on the pitcher side, is spin rate, max velocity, max effort on every single pitch. And because you have to do that, I think mechanics suffer. And when mechanics suffer and you don't throw the ball correctly and your mechanics are not good, you're prone to injury. Case in point, I'll give you an example on the Orioles side of things, is Felix Bautista. He throws 100, 105 miles an hour. Okay, he throws great, hard. His mechanics are terrible. His mechanics are bad. He doesn't know how to pitch. He doesn't know how to pitch correctly. His mechanics are horrible. As such, he's already been hurt twice in his short career. I think in today's game, the analytics has really taken the instincts out of the game. Players don't have the instinct they used to have. They look at the analytics. The analytics say, play here, do this, swing like this all the time, and the numbers are going to come up. I don't believe that's the way you should do it. But what do I know? And I know I'm not alone. I know some of the old-time players have said the same thing. Yeah, Cal played every day for like 15 years, 16 years straight. These guys, you're playing 3 hours a night. That's it. 3 hours. I don't understand it. I don't understand why these guys, especially, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I never understand when a manager takes a player out of a lineup and says, well, I'm giving him a day off. I feel like saying, a day off? It's May 7th. It's not September. It's May 7th. What does he need a day off for? He needs a day off because they don't take days off in the off season. It's almost like 365 baseball, and I just don't think that's good. But what do I know? But I'm telling you, I think part of the reason why you're seeing so many injuries in today's game is the mechanics of the pitcher. It's more about max effort, max velocity, and spin rate instead of execution and mechanics. All right, so the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson stepping into the plate. Hopefully they can find Gunnar Henderson. I think he's MIA lately. His batting average is down to 201. Terrible. He's been just bad of late. And hopefully it'll turn around for him. What's up, Victor? Welcome in. Yeah, that's right. Have a good time on the cruise, man. Victor, when do you leave for the cruise? Tomorrow? And where are you going out of? All right, Max Meyer, 2-0 on the season, 2.68 ERA. Opponents are batting 182. He's only given up 2 home runs. Gunnar's really looked bad lately. I still don't think he should be in the leadoff spot. I don't think he's a leadoff hitter. And he's ready. Here's first pitch of the game. Swinging a foul back, 0-1. And that's why I don't think Gunnar Henderson should be a leadoff hitter. He's not a guy that goes deep in counts. He's not a guy that takes a lot of pitches. He's not a very good on-base guy. And he's just not he's not a good leadoff hitter. And yet, he keeps hitting there. All right, 0-1 count on Gunnar. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back quickly, 0-2 on him. And I think Gunnar has got to take a little bit of the weight off his shoulders. The weight of the world is on this guy's shoulders. You know, you're not going to get a hit every time up, so don't get so upset every time. 0-2 to Gunnar. Here it comes. Fly ball, left field, hit shallow, but it's going to be playable to the left fielder. He's got it, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 down here in the top of the first. Welcome in, Victor. We fly into Fort Lauderdale tomorrow. Cruise leaves Saturday. Okay, good. Have a good time, Victor. Victor, when do you get back? All right, here comes Taylor Ward. His offensive power numbers are still way down from last year. First pitch to him, high, ball 1, 1-0. This guy was a 35, 36 home run guy last year. He's got 1 so far for the Orioles. But to be honest with you, I didn't think he was a 36 home run guy anyway. I expected 20 to 25 from him. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Inside. That's a strike right there. 1-1. 1-1. 15 people in here, 11 likes. Hit that like button as you're coming in, folks. Good to have you here. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a slider for a called strike. 1-2 on Taylor Ward, just like that. All right, so you get back Thursday, and Melissa and I are leaving for our cruise on Friday. Next Friday. Day after you get back. Max Myers, 1-2 pitch to Taylor Ward. Here it comes. Outside and low, ball 2. 2-2. So Ward has seen 4 pitches. He's yet to swing the bat. All right, Myers at the belt. Here it comes. 2-2 pitch. High. Fastball high. Ball 3. 3-2. So the count runs full. And that's, look, say what you want about Taylor Ward this year with the offensive power numbers. It's one thing he's done really well is he's drawn a lot of walks. He's taken a lot of pitches. He's seen a lot of pitches. His at-bats are good at-bats. Are the power numbers down? Absolutely. But he's still, he's got an OPS of 842. 3-2. Here it comes. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. That ball started on the outside and tailed back in, ran back in on him, and just caught the outside edge. So he saw 5 pitches, and he didn't swing the bat 1 time, and that's a called strike 3 on Taylor Ward on a 4-seam fastball. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the first inning. That's going to bring Dylan Beavers to the plate. 217 on the year for Dylan Beavers. Still hasn't quite gotten it going yet. Here's first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on a slider. And that's a ball out of the hand. I don't know what Beavers is swinging at. He does lead the league in doubles. Yes, he does. 0-1, here it comes. Another slider on the inside part of the plate. Check swing. Did he go? Nope. Third base umpire says he did not go. But that's a good pitch right there by Meyer. You had him swing at that slider low and inside on the first pitch. Throw it there again. See if he swings again. And he almost did. 1-1. Here it comes. There's a slider or sweeper in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1. $15 people, 14 likes. Thanks, gang. Appreciate all of you being here. So a 2-1 count on Dylan Beavers. Good hitters count right here. Let's see what he gets. There's a fastball and a drive to right field, but right at the right fielder. He's got it, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors for the Orioles. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the second, or bottom of the first coming up. Orioles are home starting tomorrow against the Oakland Athletics. I still call them the Oakland A's. I know they're going to Vegas, but until they're in Vegas 100%, I'm going to call them the Oakland A's. We're starting to they face the A's starting tomorrow. We have, and the stream is already out there, that we have a live stream set for Saturday afternoon for the A's-Orioles games. Hope you guys can make it for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. My cough has gotten better. It's nowhere near as bad as it was, thank goodness. But it is still lingering. $17 people in here right now. Good to have you all in here. Bottom of the first coming up. Orioles went 1-2-3 in the first inning. What can you say? I don't know. I mean, again, the Orioles, for what it's worth, as bad as they played, they're still in the playoff hunt. As odd as that might be, they are. Lopez, Connor Norby, Liam Hicks coming up. No Kyle Stowers in the lineup tonight for the Marlins. I would assume it's because Cade Povich, the left-hander for the Orioles, is on the mound. They don't want a lefty on lefty. But I'm sure we'll see Kyle Stowers later in the game as a pinch hitter. Povich on the year, 1-1 record, 4.41 ERA. Opponents are hitting 254 against him. That's pretty high. Let's see what he can do tonight. All right, Povich is set. Lopez is set. Here's the first pitch. Ball low, 1-0. Now, the key for Povich, it's the key for any pitcher, but especially a young pitcher, he's got to get ahead in the count. Strike one is going to be really key for him tonight. 1-0 pitch, here it comes. Swing and a fly ball right field, fairly deep, but it's going to be playable for Tyler O'Neill. He's under it. He's got it, one down. It really is. Strike one for pitchers is key, but especially for young pitchers. Get ahead in the count. Be aggressive. Put the hitter on their heels. Make them become a defensive hitter, and then they don't know what's coming. If you get behind in the count, they know you got to throw a fastball to get back in the count. They can look for a certain pitch. All right, here's Connor Norby. First pitch to him. High, ball 1-0. So, Povich, first two hitters, has gotten behind 1-0. First pitch is always, so far, is a ball. 1-0, here it comes. Same exact pitch, ball 2, high and away again. And for me, all that is his follow-through. He is not following through. He's not getting the arm out in front of the body. And when you don't do that, everything is up. 2-0 pitch, here it comes. Outside, ball 3. And it's what you see in a pitcher like this when they fall behind in the count like that on 3 pitches that aren't even close. It's just lack of command, and it's because he's trying to throw as hard as he can. 3-0 pitch, here it comes. Inside, ball 4. So he walks him on 4 pitches. Just not good. Cade Povich is not going to hang around the major leagues and be a big-time pitcher, and he's certainly not going to get a big-time contract from anyone if he continues to pitch the way he's pitched as an Oriole. He'll show flashes of potential and, dare I say it, brilliance at times, but the majority of the times, inconsistent and bad. All right, first pitch to Hicks is a swing and a foul off the catcher, Basayo. Ooh, that's going to hurt. Hit him right on the upper thigh. They're going to give him a second here. Man, I do not want to be a catcher. That's the one position in baseball. I played every position in baseball. The one I swore up and down and said I'm never playing. I said I'm never catching. Got him on the upper inner thigh, and that's going to leave a mark. 0-1 count on Hicks. Here it comes. Swinging a fly ball right field. That's hit really well. At the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Home run. Marlins, just like that. And that, in a nutshell, is Cade Povich as a pitcher. He just will not have a career in the major leagues like that. He walks a batter on 4 pitches, and then he hangs a fastball right down the middle, batting practice fastball, and Liam Hicks knocks it, hits it out of the ballpark. I mean, that's center cut money right there. He's not going to miss that. That's just bad execution. And just like that, the Orioles have fallen behind again. 2-0 Marlins. Here's Morel. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Strike one on a 4-seam fastball at 92 miles an hour. I mean, it's the difference between winning baseball and losing baseball. And he's just not good. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Orioles pitchers have not been able to get out of the first inning this year unscathed. They're just bad in the first inning this year. I mean, even Brandon Young last night gave up 3 runs in the first inning. 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. But see, that's what I'm talking about. How do you do that? How do you go from giving up a 2-run homer to striking a guy out on 3 pitches? It's the inconsistency is so frustrating. It's mind-boggling. All right, 2 down for Hernandez. Stepping to the plate. He is a 159 hitter on the season, is Hernandez. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike right there, 0-1. Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, Dan, they just... out of the gate, the Orioles starters are terrible. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Fairly deep. Right field. Back at the wall. And he gets there. Tyler O'Neill makes a leap and grab at the track. Just at the base of the wall for the final out. But the damage is done. 2 runs in on 1 hit. Top of the second coming up. 2-0 already. Marlins on top. Orioles got Alonso Basayo and Tyler O'Neill coming to the plate. 4, 5, 6 hitters. Wow, we already got 16 likes out there. That's amazing. Thanks, gang. Anybody out there? There's 20 people in here right now watching. Anybody new to the Birdland Network? Coming in for the first time watching? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Ben Higgins, welcome in. I'm new. Well, Ben, good to have you here. Hope you subscribe. Hope you come back. We're 13 subscribers away from hitting 1,300. We're small. We're a small channel, of course. But we're glad to have you here. Just posted another Hall of Fame profile video came out today. It was on Joe DiMaggio. Guys, get a chance, go check that out. It's not a very long video, but it gives a good detail of the life and career of Joe DiMaggio. Got more Hall of Fame profiles coming, so be sure to look for those. All right, here's Alonso. First pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's got it. First pitch swinging. Throw over to first, and that's 1 down here in the top of the second inning. Damsher Davis, welcome in. New here, sweating out an over 6.5 run total. Yeah, Damsher. Well, you got 2 already on the board, so you might make it. Good to have you here. I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back. All right, Sam Basayo, first pitch to him is just at the top of the zone for a strike, 0-1. Thanks, make I'm in Kansas. I appreciate you calling. I like your setup, very original. Oh, thanks. Yeah, just something basic. It's not anything great. I understand that, but we're having fun. Thank you, Ben. All right, 0-1 pitch. Here's a fly ball. Shallow left field. Third baseman in foul town, in foul ground. I can't talk tonight, guys. I apologize. He's going to get there, and that is 2 quick outs for the Birds. And here's Tyler O'Neill, who has been a complete waste of money for the Orioles. A 196 hitter, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and of course he was already on the injured list once this year. First pitch to him. There's a slider on the outside, ball 1-0. Chapacity, welcome in. Is it Chapacity? Mark my words, Christopher Morel hitting a home run. Consider it marked. 1-0, here comes. Here's a slider for a strike, 1-1. Guys, hit that like button as you're coming in. I'm seeing some new folks in here. Good to have you here. 1-1 count on Tyler O'Neill. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on another slider, 1-2. I think another thing that really has been an Achilles heel for the Orioles this year is pitch recognition. Now, I get it. I'm not in the box. I understand that. But some of these pitches that they swing at, I'm like, why would you even consider swinging at that? 1-2, here it comes. Ball outside and in the dirt for a ball. Ball 2. A's are up 4-0 in the first inning. Wow, Oakland. I keep saying Oakland, but I'm going to say it until they're in Vegas full time. Oakland's playing well. They're in town in Baltimore starting tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. The 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a dribbler up the first base line, but that's going to be foul. We're going to do it again. 22 people in here, 16, 17 likes. Good to have y'all in here. Thank you for being here. Please hit the like button as you're coming in. Please subscribe. Come back for more. We're at the top of the second inning, and the Marlins already on a 2-run home run have the lead. Two pitch. Here it comes. There's a ground ball. Foul down the third base line. We're going to do it again. Orioles have 3 hitters in a row. 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Orioles. All 3 of them are hitting under 200. All right. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. They got him. Strike 3. Tyler O'Neill goes down on strikes. Bottom of the second inning coming up. Marlins got a 2-0 lead. Oh, struggling offensively, man. Now, last 2 games, they scored 9 runs and 7 runs. Don't get me wrong. But they just can't get on a roll offensively. Or they just can't get on a roll as a team. Their longest winning streak, I think, this year is 3 games. At most, and they just can't, they are an average team. I think their longest losing streak was 5 against, the 1 and then the 4 against the Yankees in a row. But they're just so average to below average. That's about where they are. That's about what they are. Play Action Live, welcome in. Do you have an email I can contact you? What would you like to contact me about? Play Action Live, welcome in. Good to have you here. I have one, but I haven't been on it in so long. Sponsorship. Oh, I don't know if you want me to sponsor. I would love to be sponsored or help you out there. You can send it to. Well, I have another channel as well. It's a Disney channel. We go live on the parks. You're more than welcome to send it there to ask Mouse Talk. Sony, if you want to share out my other email, askmousetalk@gmail.com. Play Action Live. If you want to send it there, you're more than welcome. I'll take a look at it after the live stream later. I appreciate you bringing it up. All right, here's Cade Povich. He's on the mound. Here's the first pitch. Outside in a ball. 1-0 on a four-seamer. 92 miles an hour. So again, Povich is falling behind on the hitters. Yeah, but Sony, if you could share that out, please do that. Askmousetalk@gmail.com. That's probably going to be the best place to send it. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike on the inside corner. 1-1. Ruiz on the season. 267 hitter. He's got 1,000 OPS. 1-1 pitch. There's a changeup high and away. 2-1. Is that correct? What correct? There you go. Jeannie put it in there. AskMouseTalk@gmail.com. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Povich gets back to even. 2-2. No, thank you. Play Action Live. I'll be more than happy to look at it. Thank you for the offer. See what we can do. 2-2 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a foul back. We're going to do it again. Do live stream every O's game. Not every game. I do Play Action Live. What I like to do is live stream at least one game per series if I can. I work 40 hours a week, my regular job. This is not what I do for a living. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a curveball. Swinging and a foul back. We're going to do it again. I do have another channel. It's called Mouse Talk. It's a Disney channel. Much bigger than this channel. We have almost 30,000 subscribers over there. Those are my two big passions, are baseball and Disney. We live in Florida, so we're close to the theme parks. We go to the parks a lot. 2-2. Here it comes. There's a fastball. Fouled out of play. So Ruiz is hanging in there. He is making Povich work. Estuary Ruiz. Yeah, we usually will live stream at least one game per series. 2-2. Here it comes. Swinging a foul straight back off the mask of Basayo. Man, he's getting beat up tonight. That's twice now Basayo's gotten dinged. He got one in the upper inner thigh at that. Right by the groin, right up there. And then he just got one off the mask. Catching is not something I ever want to do. So we're going to do it again. 2-2. Yeah, please do. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a changeup, and it's fouled off again. So Ruiz, to his credit, is really hanging in there. He's making Povich work. He's making him work. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes again. Fly ball, center field, pretty shallow. No, it's going to be right fielder. I'm sorry. Here comes Tyler O'Neill. He's got it, and that's one down. So Povich finally wins the battle, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Hey, you guys get a chance, go out and check out my video on my... I did a video on the Hall of Fame profile of Joe DiMaggio. That video dropped today. All right, here's Marseille. First pitch him way inside. I think it hit him. It did hit him. So Marseille gets a hit by pitch on the first pitch to him. And just like that, with one out, they have a base runner. This is so frustrating as an Orioles fan. You have Cade Povich that goes in there and he wins a 10-pitch battle against Ruiz. And then in the very next pitch, he hits the batter. It's so frustrating. The inconsistency is mind-boggling. Here's Jimenez. 188 hitter. First pitch to him. Ground ball right up the middle. Right to the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson. He steps on second. Throw to first for the out and the double play. And that's your inning. We're heading to the top of the third inning. Still 2-0 Marlins. And that's the thing that I get so frustrated with pitchers like Cade Povich. One pitch, you win a battle, you get the out. And the very next pitch, you hit a guy. The very next pitch, you get a ground ball double play. Let's be consistent. It's just so inconsistent with him. You know, you get 2 outs, then you walk a guy. And then you give up a home run, and then you strike a guy out on 3 pitches. Who are you? You know, what are you? What do you want to be? He's just so inconsistent. It's so frustrating. And the Orioles offense, same thing. I mean, you go into the series against the Yankees, 4-game series at Yankee Stadium. They get outscored by 26 runs. Like 29 runs. I think it was like 39-10. They were like 4 for 40. Not 4 for 40. 4 for 26 with runners in scoring position. They were terrible. And then they come into this series, and in the first 2 games, they score 16 runs. They're hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. They're hitting over 300 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And then tonight, here we are. Now, it's only the third inning. I get it. But already you're down 2-0, and we haven't had a good at-bat yet. It's so inconsistent on this team, and that's what's most frustrating. If you're going to be good, be good. If you're going to be bad, be bad. It is what it is. If you're bad, you're bad. At least I know what to expect. I have no idea what to expect with this team. No idea. It's kind of roll the dice and, spin the coin, and let's see where it falls. Here's Colton Cowser batting nothing on the season. First pitch to him is a fastball high, ball 1-0. Cowser on the season, 179 hitter, no home runs, 5 RBIs. He's got a .491 OPS, folks. .1-0 pitch coming. Swing and a foul back, 1-1. The worst part about it for Cowser is I can't even remember the last time he got an extra base hit. He's got a 1-1 count here. Here's the pitch. Here's a changeup for a strike. No, it called it a ball. It looked like it caught the top of the zone, but the umpire called it a ball, and they did not challenge it. So a 2-1 count on Colton Cowser. He's got a hitter's count here. Let's see what he can do with it. 2-1. Here it comes. There's a changeup or a sweeper for a strike. 2-2. I have to say, I think part of the issue with these Orioles players is pitch recognition. That sweeper was served up on a platter right down the middle of the plate, and Cowser takes it for a strike. That's the pitch you got to be swinging at. Two-two pitch. Here it comes. High on the fastball, ball 3. Dan says, too much talent to be bad, too many injuries to be good. Povich is like a 7th starter and belongs in Norfolk. Three-two to Cowser. Here it comes. Pop up. Right field. Right fielder's over there. Shallow. He's got it. 1 down. Here's what I'll say, Dan. I get what you're saying. But at some point, I've got to start saying, the first thing you said was, there's too much talent to be bad. Maybe it's not. Maybe the talent isn't what we thought it was. Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just not the talent we thought it was. Here's Mayo. First pitch to him. Here's a sweeper for a strike. 0-1. That's the only thing I can think. I mean, we've gotten into several seasons now on some of these players, and they're just not taking the next step. And at some point, you just got to say that talent isn't what we thought it was. 0-1 pitch in the dirt and low, ball 1, 1-1. I mean, Gunnar. Gunnar had two very good first seasons, 27, 37 home runs, something like that. Last year he dropped off, 17 home runs, RBIs were down, everything was down. And this year he's got 9 home runs, but he's batting 200. 1-1 pitch to Mayo. Here it is. There's another sweeper for a strike, 1-2. That pitch right there for Kobe Mayo has been an Achilles heel. He cannot pick up the sweeper. I don't know if he doesn't understand or recognize the rotation or movement or what, but he cannot hit it. 1-2 pitch. Another sweeper. He checks his swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no, he did not. But if I'm Major League Baseball pitchers, I am throwing sweepers. If I throw a sweeper, I'm throwing it to Mayo. Because he can't hit it. He doesn't recognize it. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. Dive by the shortstop. He's up. Throw to first. Not in time. Mayo beats it out. And the Orioles got their first hit. Nice play by the shortstop for the Marlins. He went in the hole, dove, got up, threw to first, but just wasn't able to throw him out. That's a nice play by the shortstop right there. But the Orioles do get a runner. So with one down, Kobe Mayo reaches, and that's a base hit. Here's Jeremiah Jackson. First pitch to Jackson is a changeup high and inside, ball 1. Oh, yeah, Dan, I mean, injuries are, I've said that before a 1,000 times. I don't care how good you are. If you're not playing, you're no good to me. 1-0 to Jeremiah Jackson. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back, 1-1. Jeremiah Jackson started hot for the Orioles, but he has really tailed off. He's down to 250 as a batting average now. He was up over 300 for a while there. He's dropped at least 50 points on his batting average over the last 15 games. He's got a man on first here. See what we can do. Not much of a lead by Mayo. 1-1 pitch inside and low, ball 2. I don't think Jeremiah Jackson is a long-term answer. He's certainly not an everyday player. He's a good bench player. He's a good utility guy. Play maybe once a week, once every other week, but not every day. 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Did he go? No, he did not go. Check swing, but the umpire at first says he did not go. So a 3-1 count on Jeremiah Jackson. I like Jeremiah Jackson, but I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon after 25 games. You've got to look at the entire picture. Small sample size can be either really good or really bad. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, low and outside. So here we go. The Orioles got first and second, and we're going to turn the lineup over. Here comes Gunnar. I just want a full sample size. I want a larger sample size before I make a decision, good or bad, on a player. You know, I'm about to make that decision on Kobe Mayo. You know, I said last year Mayo's not getting enough at bats. Can't really make a decision on him. I'm now starting to get the idea of where we stand with him and Cowser. All right, here's Gunnar. Yeah, you got a big opportunity here. Gunnar needs to come up clutch. This is something Gunnar's not done much of this year. He's not been a clutch hitter. He's not really hit much at all this year. He's batting 200 with a 686 OPS. So he's not had a very good season. He's really scuffling. And in big moments like this, when you need a clutch hit, he's not done well. First pitch. There's a slider for a strike, 0-1. Meyer has done a really good job of keeping ahead of counts for the most part. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. In the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1. Thanks, everybody. We're at 19 likes. We're almost halfway to our mark. So a 1-1 count on Gunnar Henderson. First and second for the Orioles. Base hit by Kobe Mayo. A walk by Jeremiah Jackson. We've got a 1-1 count on Gunnar Henderson. Here's the pitch. Outside on the changeup. 2-1. All right. Now, if you're Gunnar here, I think you react in and look away. Look away and react in. Let's see what he does. 2-1. Here it comes. There it is. Ground ball. Base hit up the middle. That's going to score Mayo. Mayo's rounding third. He's going to score. Throw to third. Is it in time? No. Jeremiah Jackson beats the throw. And Gunnar Henderson takes second. So Gunnar comes through. Got to give credit where it's due. He got the big hit right there. Base hit right up the middle, past the lunge of the shortstop for a base hit and an RBI. And he took second. Good base running by Gunnar. He saw that the outfielder threw through to third base, and he took the extra base himself. Keeps the Orioles out of a double play, and now they got a chance to get 2 more runs. That's going to bring Taylor Ward to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Now, really, all the Orioles need here to get a run is a fly ball. Let's see what Ward can do. Second and third, 1 out, 1 run in. Here's a pitch. There's a slider for a strike, 0-1. Marlins are playing the infield in. So if you're Ward, you got to get the ball in the air. Here's a pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Umpire at first says yes, he did. So quickly, 0-2 count on Taylor Ward. Not good. You definitely, we talked about this on on live streams as well. Bat on ball. Nothing good comes out of a strikeout. 0-2 pitch. Way outside, ball 1. Put a fly ball in the 9th row. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. But, you know, with the way the Orioles have been scuffling for the most part this year, especially in these situations, I'll take anything to get the run home. Just don't strike out. 1-2 pitch outside and low, ball 2. 2-2. So Taylor Ward has run the count from 0-2. He's got it back to even at 2-2. Dylan Beavers on deck, followed by Pete Alonso. The idea here is just keep the carousel going. Don't do too much. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on a sweeper. He throws him, and Taylor Ward just looks at a called third strike. He's had 2 bad at-bats tonight. That's the second time he's got called out on strikes at the plate. And that was a big one. That's with 2 runners in scoring position. You have to put the ball in play there. That's just bad. That's a bad at-bat. So it's up to Dylan Beavers to try to get another run on the plate. At the plate. Let's see. First pitch to him. Ball low. 1-0. Can't even put the ball in play. That's just bad. That's a bad at-bat. Taylor Ward hasn't had a ton of them this year. He's had 2 in this game. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a sweeper low and inside. Ball 2. The Beavers can look for a fastball here because the last thing Meyer wants to do, is walk Dylan Beavers. So he's got to throw a strike here. You don't want to get behind in the count 3-0. With Pete Alonso on deck, you don't want to face Alonso. You want to get Beavers. So he's going to get a pitch to hit. 2-0, here it comes. High and inside, ball 3 on a fastball. You knew he was going to throw a fastball. He just didn't command it. Now, 3-0 count. He's going to groove one here because Dylan Beavers is not swinging. He is not swinging. 3-0, here it comes. Inside, ball 4. He walks him on 4 pitches. And it is going to bring Pete Alonso to the plate. Wow, here we go, guys. The Orioles have a real opportunity right here. No, Dylan Beavers is not swinging 3-0. Not as a one. Not when you're hitting 215 on the season. Guys, there's 26 people in here right now. Please hit that like button as you're coming in. We're trying to get to 40 likes. We're almost halfway there. Let's see if we can get there. Nice to have everybody in. 2-1 Marlins. The Orioles have 2 outs, bases loaded, and Pete Alonso, they're a big hitter at the plate. He's a .210 hitter with the career with the bases loaded. 4 grand slams, 70 RBIs in his career with the bases loaded. So, in these big spots, he's not necessarily gotten it done in the big spots, batting .210. But here we go. Alonso is ready. Meyer is ready. Ryan, welcome in. Good to see you. Here's pitch. Here's a ball high. 1-0. Thanks, guys. 1-0. That actually looked like it was a strike, but it was called a ball. 1-0. Excuse me. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1-1. Hey, thanks, gang. 23 of you in here with the likes. 32 watching. That's amazing. Welcome in, everybody. 1-1 count on Pete Alonso. Bases are loaded. 2-1 Marlins. Orioles have a chance to take a lead. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss again on the slider. 1-2. So if you're Pete Alonso right here, you're down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. If for Pete, you don't have to do too much here, bud. Slow your heart rate. Concentrate on the pitch. Make contact. Put the ball in play. A base hit is all we need here. 1-2. Here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? The umpire says he did at the plate, and that's strike 3. Unbelievable. Pete Alonso strikes out. Oh, my God. Terrible at bat. And that's your inning, folks. Bottom of the third coming up. The Orioles get a run, but they leave them loaded. 2-1 Marlins. Man, that's just bad baseball. Taylor Ward and Pete Alonso, your 2 veterans with 2 bad at-bats right there. Just bad at-bats. Golden opportunity for the O's to get out of that inning with possibly the lead. At the least, it could have been a tie game, and they can't even move the runners at all. What do we say all the time? Bat on ball. Put the ball in play. Something good can happen if you do that. Nothing good happens when you strike out. And they strike out twice. Big-time players come up with big-time hits in big-time moments. And that's where the Orioles lack. But it is what it is. But they got to run back. It's 2-1. We're heading to the bottom of the third inning. Welcome in, everybody. Good to have you here. Again, we just posted a brand new video today in our Hall of Fame series, our Hall of Fame profiles. It was Joe DiMaggio today, and there's plenty of other ones out there. There's more coming. I'm creating them as we go. Wow, man, the likes are growing. We're up to 24 likes. That's amazing. We got a shot at hitting our goal tonight of 40. They got a Tupac bobblehead coming up Friday, May 8th. Tomorrow night. All right, Povich back out there for the third inning. Here we go, first pitch. Squares to bunt, but he holds up, and it's a strike anyway. 0-1. Here's Sanoa, number 9 hitter Sanoa, and then back to the top of the lineup with Lopez and Norby. 9-1-2 for the Marlins. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a ball way inside. Ball 1. 1-1. Sanoa on the year is a 301 hitter. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Outside with the fastball. Ball 2. 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Here's a fastball inside. Called a ball. Ball 3. 3-1. Cade Povich is one of these guys that just battles himself so much. His command is his issue. 3-1 count. Here it comes. And he walks him on a curveball. Ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Sanoa, the number 9 hitter, and that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup. Thanks, Sony. Appreciate you. 24 likes. All right, here's Ruiz. He had a big at-bat first time up. Curveball, low and inside, ball one. 1-0. Oh, my. The Orioles need length out of Cade Povich tonight. They really need 6-7 innings out of him. 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Here's another curveball, outside and low, ball two. So once again, Povich is falling behind in the count. Two-0. Oh, nope. Throw over to first. The runner is back. That is the first disengagement. That's one. Excuse me. 2-0 count. Decent lead at first, but he's not going. 2-1. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. 2-1 on the fastball. High and on the outside corner. But it's called a strike. 2-1. Don't forget, folks, after the fifth inning, we'll go around Major League Baseball on the scores. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a fly ball. Right field hit pretty deep. Back at the wall is O'Neill, and it's off the wall. He's got it. Throw into the second baseman for one. They are going to hold him at first. The runner at third. They got him in a rundown. They're going to get him. No, he gets back at first. My goodness, the Orioles had him, and they got nobody out. My goodness. O'Neill got the ball in quick. They had the guy at first, the hitter. He was rounding first. They had him dead to rights in a rundown. And the guy at third base started to go home, and it allowed him at first to get back. That's just terrible. They had him dead to rights. Should have been an out, but the Orioles got nobody. That's just really bad baseball, folks. That's just really bad baseball. Throw over to first. Did they get him? Did they pick him off? No, they did not. So first and third for the Marlins. Nobody out. Cade Povich is getting shelled in this game. He's just getting knocked around. Orioles get a run back, and he's about to give it right back. Just so frustrating. 2-1 pitch. First pitch. Ground ball. Base hit! Into left field. That's going to score the run. The Orioles were playing the infield in. It scores the run. It's now 3-1 Marlins. And still nobody out in first and second. That's just bad baseball. These guys they don't know how to play the game. That's a batting practice fastball right down the middle. Yeah, that's easy peasy right there for Connor Norby. Comes Liam Hicks. He homered his first time up. 3-1 Marlins. Nobody out, first and second. He squares the bunt. And he bunts it foul. Wow, Liam Hicks hit a 2-run homer his first time up, and he squares the bunt. 0-1. That's nuts. I mean, he leads the league in RBIs, too. He's got 34. 0-1 pitch. Pop up. Shallow center field. In comes Cowser. He's coming. He's going to get there and make the out. Make the catch. Wow, Cowser had to come a long way, but he does get there, and that's one down. Every single play is like you're on pins and needles with this team. My gracious. But either way, it's an out. One down here in the bottom of the third. Povich has got a chance to limit this to just the one run. Here's a Morel. First pitch to him. Here it is. Swing and a foul back. 0-1. Somebody in the chat said earlier they guaranteed a Morel home run. So I'm holding you to it. Oh, 1 count. Hope he doesn't hit one here. Jeez. Throw to second. No, he's back in time. Sorry, guys. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a curveball. It's going to be a pop-up. First baseman's under it. And Pete Alonso's got it. And that's 2 down. So here we go. Now 2 outs, 1 run in. First and second still for Miami. But the Orioles have a chance here. Povich has got a chance to get out of this with minimal damage. Let's see if he can do it. It's going to bring Hernandez to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Povich is at the belt. Here's the first pitch. Here's a curveball low and inside. Ball 1. 1-0. Daniel Berry Sports, welcome in. Happy Thursday. 1-0. Here it comes. Fastball. Got it. Strike right there. 1-1. Jeannie saying hi to Daniel Berry. Welcome in, Dave. Dave is a beauty. No, Davey's a beastly. Welcome in. How many strikeouts does Povich have? Not many. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, low and inside, outside. Ball 2. 2-1. He has 4 Ks to date. No, I'm sorry. He has 1. 1 strikeout for Povich so far. He's got a 2-1 count here on Hernandez. A run in already, first and second, but there's 2 down. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball right back to Povich. He's got it. Throw to first. First baseman steps on the bag, and that's the inning. But the Marlins get that run back. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning. 3-1 Tampa, or Miami. Daniel Berry, Davies, welcome in. Be sure to hit the like button as you're coming in. Be right back, gang. Don't go anywhere. Had to turn the air down a little bit. All right, welcome in, everybody. Orioles down 3-1, need some runs. They've got Basayo, O'Neill, and Cowser coming to the plate. 27 likes so far, 28 likes. That's amazing. Good job, everybody. Got an outside shot at 40. I think we got a shot. Check out our different series we have out there. Again, we have a Hall of Fame series, Hall of Fame profile series. Lots of Hall of Famers out there. We got more coming. We've got another 120-something Hall of Fame profiles coming. We have our top 25 Baltimore Orioles of all time. I did one video for each one, 25 all the way down to number 1. Be sure to check those out. I'm also doing a series on the greatest players to wear numbers 1 through 55. I think we're up to number 4 right now. I'm going to be working on number 5. So hope you subscribe and come back for all that fun stuff. We are looking to try and get to 1,300 subscribers tonight. That means we're going to need 11 more people to subscribe. Won't be easy, but maybe we make it tonight. Maybe tonight will be the milestone. We'll see. So here's Basayo. He is 0 for 1 in the game. First pitch to him is right there on the inside corner. Strike, 0-1. Excuse me. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging and a foul off to the left. So quickly 0-2 on Sam Basayo. Basayo has been better. He's batting .255 now. His average is going up. He's making good contact, getting a lot of extra base hits. Basayo's been playing well. 0-2 pitch, Swing and a miss. No, swing and a foul. I'm sorry, he did foul it off. Curveball at the plate. We're going to do it again. 0-2. .2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a foul ball again. Basayo is in swing mode right now. Behind in the count, 0-2. And again, it's a matter of just understanding the at-bat. You're behind in the count right here. Just try to keep the at-bat alive. 0-2, here it comes. High on a fastball, 1-2. Meyer right now is at 61 pitches through 3 innings. That's a lot of pitches. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Base hit! That's going to get in the gap. It's going to get to the wall. That's going to be extra bases for Sam Basayo. That's going to be a leadoff double for Basayo. He just lined one right into the left center field gap for a leadoff double. Wow, that was a really good piece of hitting. That ball was low and away, and Basayo just went with it and just serves it into the gap in left center field for a leadoff double. That's a really nice piece of hitting. Some of these Oriole players need to really take a good look at that type of at-bat. Here's Tyler O'Neill. You don't have to do too much with it to even get an extra base hit. First pitch. Inside. Almost hit him. Ball 1. 1-0. That's the type of hitting that is so important. And we just don't see enough of it. Go with the pitch. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field. That's going to score Basayo. He's going to round third and score. Tyler O'Neill going the other way with the base hit. That's what we're talking about. Good piece of hitting by O'Neill. And it's now 3-2. Back-to-back good at-bats by the Orioles. Hitters taking what's given them. Tyler O'Neill goes inside out and serves it into right field for a base hit, right center field. And that gives Basayo the opportunity to score easily. And it's now 3-2. The Orioles get that run right back. Here comes Colton Cowser. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 0-1. Goodness gracious. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Outside and low on a changeup. Ball 1. 1-1. That's a good take. Good credit to Cowser there. That pitch starts in the middle of the plate and just tails outside. Runs to the outside. And he took it. That was close enough that he might have swung at that. 1-1. Here it comes. But he did swing at that one. 1-2 on a changeup low. So again, what are they throwing him? First 3 pitches. Changeup, changeup, changeup. Nothing hard. Why would you throw anything hard? He's going to swing and miss. Until he learns to hit the off-speed pitches, keep throwing them. 1-2, here it comes. There's a fastball high. 2-2. But that pitch wasn't even close. Cowser is just, I think Colton Cowser and Kobe Mayer are on this Oriole team because lack of depth. I really, truly believe that. 2-2, here it comes. Inside and low, ball 3, 3-2. I really think that both Colton Cowser and Kobe Mayo would be in the minor leagues right now if Jordan Westburg and Jackson Holiday were up. Or if Ryan Mountcastle was still not injured. I really believe that. They have played their way off this team. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. There's a line drive. Caught by the first baseman. And he's going to step on the bag to double up Tyler O'Neill. And just like that, there's 2 quick outs. It was a line drive by Cowser. but he hit it right to the first baseman. Tyler O'Neill was running on the pitch, so it's an easy double play. They tried to hit and run, and it didn't work. So 2 outs. That's going to bring Kobe Mayo to the plate. He got a base hit his first time up, infield hit. Let's see what he can do this time. Here comes the sweeper, I'm sure. First pitch. Four-seamer inside, check swing. That's a strike, 0-1. Oh, man, this check swing off the helmet or off the face mask of the catcher. Those are the worst. My goodness. Oh, 1, here it comes. There's a sweeper for a ball. High, ball 1, 1-1. I don't think I've seen Kobe Mayo successfully swing in a sweeper this year. In the games I've watched up close. 1-1 pitch on the way. Sweeper, line drive, base hit in the center field. And as soon as I said it, he hits a 105-mile-an-hour fastball or 105-mile-an-hour sweeper into center field for a base hit. Good job by Mayo there. He didn't try to do too much. He went with the pitch and he lines it right back up the middle for a base hit. He's 2 for 2 in the game. Good for him. Maybe that'll be signs of things to come for Kobe Mayo. 2 hits and 2 at-bats. Let's see. Here's Jeremiah Jackson. First pitch. Inside. Ball 1 on a slider. 1-0. What's up, Richard? The legend R. Johns. Welcome in, bud. 1-0 to Jeremiah Jackson. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1-1. Richard, hit that like button as you're coming in. I'm trying to get to 40 likes. I still got like 12 or 13 to go here. Good to have you here, Richard. Good to see you, bud. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a swing and a foul. Out of play. 1-2. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it. I got to get down to Miami to see a Marlins game at some point. They've got tons of seats. Pretty much sit anywhere. Hey, there's another like. Thanks, gang. I think that got us to 30. It did. Maybe not. 1-2 count on Jeremiah Jackson. Here it comes. No, throw over to first. Mayo's back. Welcome in, everyone. Good to have all of you here. 37 people in here right now. 3-2 Marlins. 1-2 count on Jeremiah Jackson. Here's the pitch. Outside and low. Ball 2. 2-2. Max Meyer has thrown a lot of pitches in this game. That's pitch 77. And he's not even through 4 innings yet. That's 77 pitches in 3 2/3. 2-2. Here it comes. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no, he did not. So that's going to run the count full. Thank you, everybody. 32 likes, just like that. So a full count on Jeremiah Jackson. Mayo is going to be running on the pitch. He'll get a head start. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. They got him. Strike 3. And Jeremiah Jackson is out. Orioles get a run back. They leave a man stranded. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. 3-2 Marlins. Again, I said it at the beginning of the season. I'm going to say it again. I'm sorry to harp on this stuff. But, when Jeremiah Jackson was going good for a while there, everybody's like, oh, he should be the starting second baseman. We don't need Holiday. Just start Jeremiah Jackson. And I kept saying to folks, I'm like, it is a small sample size. This guy, if he was a starter, an everyday player, he would have been up sooner. He would have been a major league player earlier in his career. This is a bit utility player who will be better if he doesn't play every day. Because the more he plays, the more they'll understand him, the more they'll adjust to him, And I don't know that he's talented enough to adjust back. And you're starting to see it. His batting average is down almost 60 points. And he's just not been doing anything over the last 15 to 20 games. And it's not a knock. I don't mean it as disrespect. It's just facts. Wow, 32 likes. Thanks, gang. We're getting there. I want him to do well. If he does well, then it's helping the Orioles. But that being said, anybody that sits back here and says Jackson Holiday shouldn't be the starting second baseman is nuts. He's the pedigree. He's the guy. In his first full season at the age of 21 last year, he hit 17 home runs in the major leagues at 21. He hit like 240 for the year, 17 home runs, had like 40, 45, 50 RBI, something like that. He had a good first season. Played second base, a position he had never played before. He was primarily a shortstop. They put him at second and said, you got to go do it. And he did it. Did he have bumps in the road? Absolutely. He's 22 now. He's still very young. Well, thanks, Richard. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm glad you're here. So that's it for Cade Povich. He's out of the game. Yennier Cano is in the game. Yeah, Cano's had a better season. 1.50 ERA in 17 games this year. He's got an 0.58 whip. So, exactly. Ben McDonald said it, and I said it. I said the Orioles needed a long outing. They needed Povich to go long, and he doesn't. He goes 3 innings. That's just not good. All right, first pitch. Cano, check swing foul. 0-1 to Ruiz. Orioles have 2 runs on 5 hits. Marlins 3 runs on 3 hits. 3-2 game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch to Ruiz on the way. Outside, way outside and low. Ball 1. 1-1 count. Remember, gang, our next live broadcast will be Saturday, the 9th at 4 p.m. 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. Ball 2. 2-1. So the bullpen is going to have to get 6 innings. 18 outs. 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a foul. 2-2. So the bullpen needs to find 18 outs tonight. Two pitch. Here it comes. There's a Baltimore chop to third. Mayo charges, throw to first. In time, he gets him. Nice play by Kobe Mayo. It was a Baltimore chop, high chopper. He charges it, gloves it, throws a strike to first, and that's the first out. Nice play by Kobe Mayo right there. He's having a good game. Now, if he lets that ball bounce, it's going to be a base hit. But he gets it, throws a strike to first on the run, and guess what? 1 down. He's had a good start to the night, 2 for 2, and a nice play at third base. Good for Mayo. Here's Marcy. First time up, he was hit by a pitch. Here's a called strike, 0-1. Any questions? Anybody have any baseball questions? Anything you want to ask, please do so in the chat. 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. Right field, shallow. Center field, sorry. Shallow enough. That's the second out. 2 down. So Cano has 2 quick outs here. Here's Jimenez, number 8 hitter. Oh, no problem, Victor. Good to have you here. What's up, Chris? Welcome in, bud. Slimmer's here. First pitch, outside and low, ball 1, 1-0. Chris, hit that like button as you're coming in, my brother, please. There it is, my man. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1-1. Nice, he got Cano's autograph. Nice. There's a 1-1 pitch for a strike, 1-2. Nice, Richard. Richard, I didn't recognize the number. I gotta put you in my list. Nice, you got Cano's autograph. Yennier Cano, nice. Let's see if we can get out of this inning. 1-2 pitch, outside, ball 2. Was that today, Richard? Did he get it today? Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks, man. 2-2, here it comes. Low, low, ball 3, 3-2. The Orioles thought they had it right there. He was about ready to throw down. But nope. Three-two pitch on the way. Here it comes. Swinging a foul at the plate. Oh, and it got Basayo again. Right in the same spot. Right in the upper thigh. Oh, man. So 3-2 pitch is going to be, we're going to do it again, full count. Victor says, question, do any of the teams that have started terribly have any shot in making a run and getting back in this thing? I can't say the Phils and Mets, but the Orioles for sure, Victor. I was talking about it earlier. In the American League, there's only 4 teams that are 500 or better. The Orioles are 3 games under 500. Hold on one second. 3-2 pitch. There's a line drive caught by the second baseman, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're heading to the top of the 5th inning. 3-2 Marlins. So here, Victor, I'll answer your question. So the Orioles are 3 games under 500, and yet they're only a half a game behind the final wild card spot right now. Because only 4 teams in the American League are 500 or better. But in the National League ball, they're playing much better back there. So the Phillies and the Mets, who are so far back, it's going to be a lot tougher for them. The Orioles have been lucky because nobody in the American League is playing well. Literally, nobody in the American League is playing well. And the Orioles right now are only a half game out of the last wild card spot. As odd as that might be, it's the truth. Yankees, Tampa Bay, the Guardians, and the Athletics are the only teams that are 500 or better in the American League. Only 4 out of 15 teams. 11 teams of the 15 are under 500. Now, in the National League, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are over 500 right now. So, I don't know if that answers your question. Yeah, being 6.5 back is obviously they still have a shot. You're only 6.5. That's not that bad, Victor. At 6.5, you still. I mean, it's only May. This is May 7th, dude. There's still over 100 games to play. There's still over 100 games to play. Well over 100 games to play. So yes, there's definitely opportunity there for the Mets and the Phils. But it's one of those things where, you don't want to fall too much further back. All right, here's Gunnar. He is 1 for 2, I think, in the game. Yep, 1 for 2. Here's a pitch to him. Is a ball high, 1-0. 3-2 ball game, folks. We're in the top of the 5th. This game's moving right along here. Here it comes. That ball is low and inside. Ball 2. Hit that like button, folks. We are at 35 likes. We're trying to get 5 more at least to get to that 40 mark. 3-2 game at the top of the 5th inning. Gunner's got a 2-0 count. Here it comes. There's a check swing just off the plate. It actually looked like it got the plate, but it was called a ball. 3-0 count on Gunnar Henderson. Now here's Gunnar batting .205 on the season. He's your leadoff hitter. Do you allow him to swing 3-0? I'm going to say no. I think he's got to take the pitch. Here it comes. There's a sweeper or slider for a strike, 3-1. I agree with that there. I think he has to take the pitch. He's not hitting. The Orioles are down. They need base runners. Now he can swing 3-1 though. Here we go. There's a fly ball. Center field hit pretty deep, but it looks like it's going to stay in the ballpark at the warning track, and it's caught by the center fielder for 1 down. So Gunnar gave it a ride, but he hit it to probably one of the worst parts of the ballpark to hit it at. He hit it in the power alley there in left center field, and it was caught at the wall or at the warning track for the first out. Oh, guys. All right, here's Taylor Ward. He's had a bad night. He's struck out twice looking. First pitch to him is low, just the bottom of the zone for a strike. 0-1. I don't think Taylor Ward has swung the bat yet. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a ground ball to the third baseman. He's got it. Up and throw to first in time for the second out. What's up, Rachel? Good to see you. Said, so glad you're live tonight with this game. I'm traveling out of the country and only able to get YouTube. This made my evening. What, Rachel, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I know it's baseball. It's not Disney, but I'm glad to see you tonight. Nice to have you here. So 2 down for the Orioles. Here's Dylan Beavers. First pitch to him. Swinging a foul off to the left. 0-1. Rachel, I don't know if you're able to tell me, but where are you traveling to? Where are you abroad? The only other improvement, Victor, I would like to see is I would like the ABS to be implemented all the time. Ball high, 1-1. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think that the umpire needs to be behind the plate, but he only needs to be there for like foul tips, swings, check swings, plays at the plate, balks, stuff like that. I think every pitch should be called by the ABS system. 1-1 pitch. There's a line drive down the left field line. That's going to get down. Beavers is going to make his turn. He's going to go in the second. Here's the throw, not in time. 2-out double for Dylan Beavers. He went down and got it and just serves it into left field down the line for a 2-out double. Bogota, Colombia? South America? Rachel, am I right? Bogota, Colombia? In South America? Wow, I hope you're on vacation. All right, so the Orioles got a 2-out double. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Here's Pete. First pitch. Here's a sweeper for a strike. 0-1. 38 people watching, 38 likes. There's some action in the Marlins bullpen. 0-1 count. Here it comes. In the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher. And it was a check swing by Pete Alonso. Did he go? Umpire at first says no, he did not. So ball 1. Okay, so it is Bogota, Colombia. Nice. Okay. Well, I hope you're down there on vacation. Enjoy it. 1-1 count on Pete Alonso. Just need a base hit here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on another sweeper. Oh, nice, Rachel. Okay. I'm assuming you're down there for probably a week, right? I'm assuming you're not just going to fly all the way down to Bogota, Colombia for a day. I'm assuming you're down there for a week or so. So hope you're safe, and I hope you have a good trip. 1-2 on Pete Alonso. He needs a hit here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. We're going to do it again. It is better, Victor. It's still there. I can still feel the congestion a little bit in here. It is getting better every day. Thank you for noticing, and thank you for saying something. I appreciate that. It's getting better, for sure. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Left field hit pretty deep at the track, at the wall, caught at the wall by the left fielder. Pete just misses a home run. That's the inning, folks. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Orioles just missed a couple right there. But either way, they're just long outs. Bottom of the 5th, 3-2 Marlins. Man, I thought he got enough of that. Orioles have 6 hits tonight. 2 walks, but only the 2 runs. We're in commercial break. Thanks, Sony. Appreciate that. Yeah, just put that video out today. We are still 11 subscribers, though. 11 subscribers, folks, away from hitting our goal of 1,300 subscribers. We're trying to meet 1,300 tonight. I don't know if we'll get there or not, but maybe. Maybe we will. Thanks, Victor. I appreciate you saying that. I've been down all week. Glad to hear baseball announcing maybe a new career. No, Rachel, I wish. You know what? Actually, if there's one thing I regret when it comes to career and stuff like that, I do regret that. I don't usually pat myself on the back. I do feel I'm very knowledgeable about the game of baseball. I follow closely. I tried to learn the game. I would have liked to have done something baseball related, whether it was announcing or whether it was being like a Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith type. Not so much like them. I think they're obnoxious and ridiculous. But those types of people. I would have loved to have done that for a living. All right, Cano's back out there. First pitch is a sinker for a strike. 0-1. Here's Sanoa. He is walked his first time up and scored a run back in the 3rd. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Outside. Ball 1. 1-1. Really want to see Cano stay ahead in the count here. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. There's a pop-up. Shortstop Gunnar's calling it. He's under it. He's got it. That's first out. 1 down. Looks like Meyer is still in the dugout. He's still on the bench. He doesn't have his sweatshirt on. He doesn't have his jacket on. I think they might bring him back out for the 6th inning. The Marlins might. First pitch to Lopez. Inside. Ball 1. 1-0 on a slider inside. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a foul. 1-1 on a sinker at 95. So Cano's getting it up there right now. He's putting some velocity on these pitches. Connor Norby on deck. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul again down the third base line. So quickly 1-2 on Lopez. Welcome in, Kevin Wilson. Welcome in. Hello, Oriole fans. Yes, welcome in. I hope you're an Oriole fan. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. We're 11 away. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Looks like Tyler O'Neill's going to get there. He does, and that's the second out. So far, Yennier Cano's come in, and he's done his job. Folks, we hit 40 likes. Great job, everybody. And because of that, we can take that out of there. Wow, good job, everyone. 40 likes on the game so far. That's amazing. Thanks, everyone. Keep it up. We've never hit 100 likes on a live stream. Not yet, anyway. All right, here's first pitch. Connor Norby is a swing and a foul back. 0-1 on a sinker. Glad to have everybody here. We got 33 people watching right now. That's amazing. We've had good turnouts this year. I think our highest right now, we got up to like 58 watching at one point. 0-1 to Connor Norby. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right back to Cano. He's got it. Throw to first. And that's your inning. So Yennier Cano, great job. 2 complete innings so far. Top of the 6th coming up. He's giving the Orioles exactly what they need. I don't think he'll come back out for the 7th. For the 6th. He gave him the 4th. He gave him the 5th. I think that's probably it for him. All right, folks, let's go around Major League Baseball. We're through 5 innings. We said after 5 we'd do a MLB scoreboard. Top of the 5th inning, A's 10-1 over the Phillies. 10-1 over the Phillies. Bottom of the 3rd, Rays, Red Sox tied 3-3. Later on tonight, Cardinals, Padres, and the rest of the games are all final. Yankees beat the Rangers 9-2. Nationals beat the Twins 7-5. Guardians beat the Royals 8-5. Cubs beat the Reds 8-3. Rockies beat the Mets 6-2. And the Pirates beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Now that's your scoreboard around Major League Baseball. The likes will come once the Orioles start doing what we know they can do. Kevin, I can't argue that. I hope you're right. Hopefully that'll happen. Victor says, if you love everything Disney and theme parks streams, join Walt and Melissa on their Mouse Talk channel. Yes, we do have. You may even hear Walt singing. Yeah, you'll probably hear me sing. Jose Preneur, welcome in. It is. He's pitching well. So I'll get everybody upset. Hey, 41 likes. That's amazing. So they always talk about Jose. I agree. Jose. He's pitching. Yennier Cano's pitching really well. They always talk about something called an immaculate inning. Okay, and everybody knows what an immaculate inning is in baseball. It's 9 pitches, 3 outs. Right. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. 9 pitches, 3 outs. They call that an immaculate inning. All strikes, 3 strikeouts, inning over. Povich out. Hope he never comes back for us. He is not a major league pitcher. Don't have the balls for it. Tony Claremont, welcome in. He certainly doesn't have the command for it. I'll agree with you there. All right, Basayo's up. First pitch to him outside and low. Called a ball. But the catcher's going to challenge. I think he might win this challenge. Let's see. Here it comes. And he does win the challenge. It's a strike. 0-1. It looked like a strike. Sam likes to hear Walt sing. So they call that an immaculate inning. I beg to differ. I don't think that's not an immaculate inning in my opinion. Now what's this? Oh, timeout called by Sam Basayo. His name is Slim. That's a 3-pitch inning, isn't it? That's, to me, Chris, that's an immaculate inning to me. 3 pitches, 3 outs. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. To me, an immaculate inning is you threw 3 pitches, you got 3 outs. And I say that because you got the most amount of outs you could get in the least amount of pitches. That's ultimately the goal. 0-2 pitch, outside and low, ball 1, 1-2. That's immaculate to me. Outs are outs. I don't care how you get them. I want you to get those outs in the least amount of pitches. 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Fly ball, center field, hit pretty well. Center fielder's at the track, at the wall. He jumps, he makes the catch. Wow, the Orioles have gotten so close tonight. 3 times in a row. Wow, really good catch. They're hitting it to the wrong part of the park. He hits it to dead center field. Nice catch by the center fielder. It wouldn't have been a home run. I think it wouldn't have been a home run. I think it would have been off the wall. But it was a really nice catch. Yeah, I wouldn't have got out, but it would have been extra bases if he doesn't get there. So one down. Now the Orioles just so close in this game. So close. Basayo is frustrated. All right, here's Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1. But if I'm the Orioles, silver lining here. You're getting good bat on ball. You're making good contact. You're just missing it. I think take that as a positive. Lots of at-bats to go in this game. Next pitch is a changeup in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-1. So Gunnar hits one to the wall. Alonso hits one to the wall. Basayo hits one to the wall. They're close. Yeah, that was a nice catch, Kevin. Here's a pitch. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right to the shortstop. He's got it. Throw to first in time. A lot of times, Chris, you're right. Victor says, why do they call a deep fly ball a can of corn? Well, a ball like that's not a can of corn. A can of corn is basically a lazy fly ball that's, an easy catch for the outfielder. They call it a can of corn because in the old days, if I remember correctly, at the grocery store, the corn used to always be on the top shelf. So you would knock it down and catch it because it was so high, they call it a can of corn. All right, here's Cowser, sweeper, first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1, here it comes. That's a ball just off the corner. Ball 1. 1-1 on a sweeper there, too. So a 1-1 count on Colton Cowser. Kevin Wilson, I'm pretty sure that's why they call it a can of corn. I could be wrong, but look it up. 1-1 pitch, low in the changeup, low and in the dirt, 2-1. Back in the old days, they used to put the corn and the vegetables on the top shelf. So what would happen is you'd go up and try to knock it down, and then you would catch it, and they'd call it a can of corn. 2-1 pitch, here it comes. Swinging a foul off to the left. 2-2 on Cowser, who is 0 for 2 and now batting 174 on the season. Really need Cowser to hit something somewhere. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on a slider, and Cowser is out. His pitch recognition is horrendous. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Orioles. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up. Still 3-2. I don't really know what else the Orioles have to see from Colton Cowser to finally pull the plug and say, we gotta take you back to the minors and you need a reset. Alexa, where did the phrase can of corn come from?
The phrase can of corn comes from old grocery stores. Clerks used long sticks to pull cans from high shelves. They caught them like fly balls. Now it's baseball lingo for an easy catch, just like snagging that can.
Yeah, so I was right. Well, what happened was, in the old days, vegetables or cans would be on the high shelves. Clerks would come over with a stick, and they would push the can off the top shelf, and they'd catch it as it's coming down, catch it like a fly ball. Can of corn. Yep. So there you go, folks. That's where the phrase comes from. I also have a video coming out of the catcher or the player who was the first one to wear a mask behind home plate and to wear protective gear, helmet while they came at the plate. Some Adderall. I don't know what he needs, Kevin, but what he does need is a reset. Excuse me. All right, so now in the game is Dietrich Enns. I'm really hoping they can get 2 innings out of him. 3.00 ERA in 5 innings. His whip is 1.67. That's not good. He's averaging 9 walks per 9 innings, so that's not good. His control's got to get better. But anyway, he's in the game. We got a 3-2 game here, folks. We also got 41 likes. Hit the like as you're coming in. Let's see if we can keep that like number going up and up and up. Here's Liam Hicks coming up for the third time. He's 1 for 2. He had that 2-run homer in the first inning. First pitch, swinging a ground ball to the first baseman. Dietrich Enns will cover. He'll tag the bag, and that's 1 down. Yeah, I do remember that, Chris. Those were fun times. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? You call it a stick. That's exactly right, Sony. Our bullpen, Kevin, is definitely getting overused. Yes, our starters are not giving length at all, and it's been an issue. And it's definitely going to be an issue later in the year. First pitch to Morel is a strike on a 4-seam fastball, 0-1. So I don't know if the person's still in the chat. Somebody said earlier, they said guaranteed to book it. Morel was going to hit a home run tonight. He's running out of that. He's running out of chances. 0-1 pitch. There's a changeup for a strike. 0-2. Good start for Dietrich Enns right now. Enns has got 1 out. He's got 2 strikes already on Morel. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. 4-seam fastball at 94 mile an hour. He challenged him, and he wins the challenge. And Morel is out. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Hernandez. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Fly ball. Right field. Right at Tyler O'Neill. And that's the inning. Great job by Dietrich Enns. He comes in, makes 3 quick outs. And just like that, we're heading to the top of the 7th inning. O's, they need a rally. They're down 3-2. Biggest disappointment for me is Bradish. I was really hoping he was going to be back to his normal self, but still has another 10-plus starts to find himself. Yeah, Kevin, to be honest with you, the people that are really disappointing me the most are the hitters. Orioles, Gunner's really been a disappointment. He's hitting 200 right now, 205 on the season. He's really kind of lost himself. He's really my disappointment right now. Jordan Westberg is a disappointment. He just cannot stay healthy. But Bradish is a good one. You're right. Bradish has not been himself. I will tell you this, folks. I'm not a betting guy. It's not my thing. I love calling the games, but I don't bet. I don't bet. And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody, but for me, fundamentally, I see it as throwing away money. I don't think that the odds are in your favor. I think, and that's on purpose. Obviously, if it was fair and in your favor, why would they do it? Because they'll probably lose more often than they win. It is rigged, and I've never been a fan of betting. It's just not my thing. But by all means, if it's something that makes you happy and you're good at it, maybe that's a thing, have at it. But here we go. We're heading to the top of the 7th inning. Orioles got to find a rally right now. And this has been what we're seeing out of the Orioles tonight has kind of been the MO for this season. The inconsistency. The first 2 games you score 16 runs. You're averaging 8 runs. Runners in scoring position. You're hitting .333. You're doing great. And now tonight, you're 1 for 4. No, I'm sorry. Tonight, you got 2 runs on the board, and you're 2 for 5 runners in scoring position. Not terrible, but not great. Here's Mayo. He's 2 for 2 in the game. There's a slider outside, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Fastball low. Ball 2. 2-0. 97 mile an hour from Peterson. Michael Peterson's in the game. Mayo's 2 for 2 in this game with a run scored. Let's see if he can keep it going. 2-0. Here it comes. Pop up. He just misses it. Right fielder's calling it. He's got it. And that's the first out of the top of the 7th. He challenged him with a fastball right down the middle, and Mayo just missed it. Wow, 42 folks in here. Guys, as you're coming in, please subscribe to the channel. Hope you come back for more baseball. We'll be back here again Saturday. Hey, we got 2 more subscribers. We're 9 away from our goal. And please give us a like as you're coming in. Here's Jeremiah Jackson. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch to him. Fastball just on the inside corner. Called a ball, but the catcher's challenging. He won the first challenge. Let's see if he wins this one. I don't think he's going to win this one. I think it's off the plate. This is taking a while. Here it comes. It is a strike. He got it right. Wow. So strike called, and the call overturned, and it is a strike. So no 1 count on Jeremiah Jackson. The catcher for the Marlins is 2 for 2. Good for him. 0-1 count. Here it comes. There's a line drive right at the shortstop. 1 hopper. Throw to first in plenty of time. And that is the second out of the inning. Jeremiah Jackson hit it hard, but he hit it right at the shortstop. Now, Kevin, I don't agree with that. I don't think Jeremiah Jackson is a good leadoff guy. I just don't. I mean, he's now down to 246. He's really starting to struggle. He doesn't take a lot of pitches. I think, there's no prototypical leadoff hitter on this team. But if I had to pick one, I'd say it has to be Taylor Ward. Here's Gunnar. He's 1 for 3. First pitch. Here it is. There's a slider for a strike. 0-1. I just don't have the confidence in Jeremiah Jackson that most people have. I don't think he's a long-term answer. I think hitting 9th is where he needs to be. 0-1 pitch. There's another changeup, and that's a swing and a foul at the plate. So quickly 0-2 on Gunnar Henderson. 42 likes, gang. We are trying to get as many as we can get. Oh, 2. Here it comes. High on a fastball. 1-2. Look, if I'm the Orioles at this point, if Enrique Bradfield is doing anything in the minor leagues, if he's healthy and he's hitting decent, call him up. Put him in center field. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back. We're going to do it again. I mean, you can't do any worse than Colton Cowser's done. Cowser's batting 171. Bring up Bradfield. See what he can do. Maybe he can maybe he can spark something in this team. Bunt a little bit, get some bunts down, steal some bases, play an elite center field. Maybe that's the move they have to make. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. Strike 3 on a slider. Nothing doing for the Orioles. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Man, Orioles are running out of it. Orioles are running out of outs, gang. 3-2 Marlins. Yeah, Kevin, I just think the Orioles really don't have that leadoff guy on this team. But if I'm picking someone, I'm picking Taylor Ward. That's it. That's the only guy that I think is even close to being what a true leadoff hitter should be. See, I think it's part of the problem with Major League Baseball in today's world is I feel like it's lost its way. I feel baseball has allowed the analytics to take over, and players don't think for themselves anymore, and they don't have the instincts that they used to have. They allow the numbers from the analytics to dictate how they play. And I don't like that. I think they need to get back to the old way of baseball. It's become a strikeout, home run, or walk league. And that's boring. Sorry, it just is. What's the most exciting play in baseball? The triple. The triple is the most exciting play in baseball. It's not the home run. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not to me. The most exciting is the triple. Or a runner scoring from first on a double in the gap or down the line. Those are the exciting plays. Yeah, Kevin, I think that's part of the issue with the Orioles as well. I don't believe in this whole every player has to be a hybrid player that can play multiple positions. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. You know, Cal Ripken, Eddie Murray, Brooks Robinson, Paul Blair, you basically said, go play. That's it. Every day, go play. All right, here's Dietrich Enns. First pitch swing is a pop-up to the third baseman. Ruiz to Kobe Mayo. He's under it. Oh, he's got it. And that's the first out. He almost didn't get it, but he got it. Famously a slow starter, so you shouldn't worry, but do you think the pressure is bothering Alonso? No. Victor, I think he was trying a little too hard, but he's starting to heat up. He'll be fine. Richard Mays says they need a whole new team starting with the manager. Well, I definitely think they need a new philosophy. All right, here's Marcy. First pitch to him. There's a strike on a fastball in the inside corner, 0-1. I just think that, you know, they should put Jackson Holiday when he's ready at second base and say play. That's it. Gunnar, play. Alonso, play. Every day. Stop all this in and out of players. I don't like it. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. I just don't. Basayo needs to hit every day. I think Adley Rutschman needs to play every day. They need to find a way. You know, they're top heavy in these guys. You know, the same 9 guys need to play almost every day and just go out there and play. 0-2 pitch, curveball outside, ball 1-2. Cowser needs to be sent down ASAP. Either Fabian, Trimble, or Bradford. Aloy will be Gunnar's replacement at shortstop. Nah. Stanley Booth, welcome in. I don't know. I still think the Orioles are going to sign Gunnar long term. 1-2 pitch, fly ball. Center field hit pretty well, but it's going to be playable. At the track, Cowser's got it. That's the second out. You know, Weihei, is it Weihei Aloy? Let's see what he does in the minor leagues. He's off to a good start, but it's the lower minor leagues. As he moves up the minor leagues, the competition's going to get better. I'm not anointing anybody anything yet until I see them play more. All right, here's Jimenez. There's a curveball just missing. Ball 1-0. I get what you're saying. I just don't think we're there yet. I still think the Orioles are going to make a concerted effort to re-sign Gunnar Henderson. Unless he absolutely falls off a cliff and just totally bottoms out. There's another curve. There's a changeup on the inside. Ball 2-0. I really believe that. I don't think Gunnar is this 40-40 guy, but I do think he's a 25 to 30 home run kid who's going to steal 25 to 30 bases. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss strike. 2-1 on a fastball. The problem I have with Gunnar is Gunnar is at a volume 11 on every pitch and every at-bat. If he doesn't get a hit every single time up, it's like he just lost his best friend. 2-1 pitch is a swing and a foul back. You know, some at-bats aren't going to go your way. Forget them. Move on. You know, if you hit a ball to the warning track, think positive. Think, okay, I didn't get that one. He made a nice play. I'm coming back with the next one. That was a good at-bat. I got good water on it. I just didn't get enough. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back again. Stephen Dilcher, welcome in. Orioles need to trade for starting pitching. Well, Stephen, here's the thing. I get that, and I understand your point, but you got to have something to trade to get starting pitching, especially the starting pitching that you're probably talking about. 2-2 pitch. Nope, that ball was high on a fastball. Ball 3-2. Like, what do the Orioles have right now that has value that is going to bring us back the pitcher that you probably want? Who? Who are you trading? Who are you going to trade that if you get the pitching, 2-2 pitch, swinging a foul back? We're going to do it again. That was a 3-2 pitch, I'm sorry. Who are you going to trade away to get the starting pitching that you want? And who you're going to have to trade away is just going to make you worse on that side of the ball. Three-two pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So a 2-out walk from Dietrich Enns. Richard says, why did they even get this current manager? They had the manager they should have gave a chance when they replaced Brandon Hyde. Well, I'll say this, Richard. Just my opinion, Richard. Richard Mays. By the way, welcome in. I don't know if I've said hi to you, but welcome. Good to have you here. I wasn't a fan of Tony Manzolino either. I personally thought that the Orioles needed, because they have such a young team, they needed a veteran manager. All right, here's Sanoa. Nope, throw over to first. He's back in time. That's the first disengagement. I felt like the Orioles really needed a veteran manager, a Terry Francona, a Joe Girardi, a Buck Showalter, something like that. They needed a veteran manager. First pitch, swing, and a fly ball to center field. Kowser's on there. He's going to get there, and that's the final out of the inning. So Dietrich Enns gets out of it. We're going to head to the top of the 8th inning. It's still 3-2 Marlins. Let's do another score update here in a second. I thought the Orioles needed a veteran manager. Tony Manzolino was a young guy, never managed before. This guy, Craig Alvarez, another guy, brand new, never managed before. I just think this team, being as young and as inexperienced as they are, needed a veteran manager and a veteran coaching staff. And the Orioles went the exact opposite. And I think it shows. I just don't think it's a good mix. John Davies, welcome in, says just like and subscribe. Glad to find another play-by-play guy on YouTube. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in. We call games, and thank you for subscribing. And hey, we're up to 45 likes. Again, we're glad you're here. We're very family-friendly, very supportive here. We have a lot of fun. Obviously, you can cheer for whoever you're a fan of. We just ask you to do it respectful and nice and professional. We can have a good time. We don't have to be vulgar. We don't have to be mean-spirited. Let's just have fun and watch Orioles baseball. No, Victor, I can't. All right, let's go around Major League Baseball. Top of the 7th inning, Athletics with the 10-1 lead over the Phillies. End of the 5th inning. Why are they in the 5th inning? Must be a rain delay or something. I don't know. End of the 5th inning. Let me just do that again. All right, top of the 6th inning, 10-1 Athletics over the Phillies. Top of the 6th, 3-3 Rays Red Sox. Cardinals Padres are later today. Earlier today, Yankees 9-2 over the Rangers. Nationals 7-5 over the Twins. Guardians 8-5 over the Royals. Cubs 8-3 over the Reds. Rockies 6-2 over the Mets. And the Pirates got a 4-2 win over the Diamondbacks. That's around Major League Baseball. Top of the 8th inning coming up for the Birds. They need to get a rally going right now. Alex Cora, we'll see. Richard, you never know what's going to happen. Glad we didn't sign Framber Valdez. Yeah, I agree. I was worried about him from the very beginning. I thought he had baggage. Obviously, we know what he did last year when he crossed up his catcher, when he was upset with his catcher. I don't want bad guys in the clubhouse. I don't want guys that could be cancers. All right, here's Taylor Ward. First pitch. High on a fastball. Ball 1. 1-0. So I'm glad they didn't sign Framber Valdez. I'm also, people keep saying, what's his name? Trevor Bauer? I think it's Trevor Bauer or whatever his name is. 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2 on a fastball. Right? Isn't it Trevor Bauer, a former pitcher who had to, got ostracized from baseball, who's now in the minor leagues? I'm talking about signing him. No thanks. Another guy. I don't care. He's a cancer. 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Fastball again. Outside. Oh, it's the sinker. Ball 3. Sinker is a form of fastball, by the way, folks. So I don't want a guy like that on my team. I don't. And not only that, Bauer's 3 years older now. He's getting older. Taylor Ward's going to take this pitch all the way. 3-0. Here it comes. Here's a strike. Oh, I would have challenged that. I think that would have been a ball. Wow, I would have used the challenge on that one if I was Taylor Ward, but he didn't. It would have been ball 4, but it was called a strike. So at 3-1, if there's a time to challenge, that was it. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. High and inside, ball 4, so he walks him. He walks him anyway. So the Orioles get the leadoff walk. That's going to bring Dylan Beavers to the plate. Beavers is 1 for 2. Orioles really, really, really need a hit right here. Let's see what Beavers can do. He's 1 for 2 with a double. First pitch. Here's a slider, a sweeper for a ball. 1-0. So, what's that? 6 pitches, 5 for balls. Double play depth for the Marlins. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Outside on a fastball. Ball 2. Well, I think Beavers has been okay, Kevin. His defense has been a little shoddy at times. He's getting there offensively. Again, he's still very young. I think he's like 23, 24 years old. This is his first full season. You got to give him a little bit of rope. 2-0 pitch. Here's a slider low. Ball 3. Or sweeper low. Ball 3. Very nice. Now, Beavers, again, you're taken here. Orioles need base runners. This guy is not throwing strikes. He's thrown 7 out of 8 pitches have been balls. 3-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike on the outside corner. 3-1. If I'm Dylan Beavers, I got to be honest with you, I'm taking this pitch too. Three-one pitch. Here it comes. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. 3-2. That's a good take by Dylan Beavers. It's close enough to take. If it's a strike, so be it. It's a strike. If you swing, all you're going to do is hit it into the ground and hit into a double play. It's a good take. But it does run the count full. 3-2. Let's see what he throws him here. Need a good swing out of Beavers right here. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball. Left field. Left fielder's going to give it a look, but it's going to get out of play. $45 likes on the day. Actually, 46. We almost hit 50 likes tonight, gang. That's amazing. Thanks for being here. 3-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Line drive. Foul down the right field line. He really got a piece of that, but he just pulls it foul. He was way out in front of that one. I'm going to look for a fastball away right here. Let's see what he throws. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Line drive. Base hit. That's down in the right field. Taylor Ward is going to stop at second base. Oh, I thought he was going to go to third on that. A base hit for Dylan Beavers. That gives the Orioles first and second with Pete Alonso coming to the plate. 48 likes. You guys are awesome. Beavers got a pitch on the upper half of the plate, and he just turns on it and drives it. Oh, I don't know what Taylor Ward was looking at. That ball was down no matter what. They deked him, and it worked. Because Ward, halfway to second, held up. I guess he thought it was going to be caught. But I knew it was down. But anyway, first and second for the Orioles. Pete Alonso coming to the plate. Man, Alonso's left 4 guys on base tonight. Again, if you're Alonso right here, you don't need a home run. All you really need right now is just a base hit. Obviously, a home run would be great. A double, an extra base hit, probably scores 2. But if you're Alonso, most important thing right now, bat on ball, a productive at bat, get the runners over at the very least. Well, he was right there, Kevin. That was a good at bat. Here's pitch. Swinging a foul, strike, 0-1. I think Alonso's, when he gets in these moments, it just seems like he's trying to do way too much. I don't need him to hit a home run here. We just need to keep the carousel going. Keep the guys moving around the bases. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. That's a strike. Oh, that looked like a strike, a fastball in the outside corner, and they called it a ball. And the catcher did not challenge. So 1-1 count. It really should be 0-2. That looked like a strike. So Alonso, 1-1 count. Really needs a big hit here. Let's go. Here it is. Fly ball, center field. That is down for a base hit. They're going to turn. The runner at second is going to turn third and score. Taylor Ward scores. Base hit for Pete Alonso. And he keeps it going. The carousel keeps going. 3-3. The Orioles are back in this ball game. Tie game off the end of the bat. I thought Taylor Ward was going to hold up, but he didn't. Alonso bloops it into center field. Yeah, Taylor Ward waited a little bit, but he was going. And he scores easily there. And it's 3-3. Still nobody out. That's going to bring Basayo to the plate. First pitch. There's a sweeper, a curveball inside, called a ball. Oh, 1-0. Again, it looked like it caught the inside corner, but called a ball, and they didn't challenge. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. There's a sweeper outside for a ball. Ball 2. Just misses. Good call by the ump. That's a ball. 52 likes. You guys are amazing. Welcome in, everybody. 3-3 game. First and second. Still nobody out for the Orioles. Basayo's at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball right to the second baseman. To second for 1. Back to first. Easy double play. Basayo hit it hard, but he hit it right at the second baseman for a tailor-made double play. And that's 2 down, folks. 2 quick outs. And that's the game of baseball. As much as the momentum went to the Orioles, 1 pitch can shift the momentum right back. Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill's 1 for 3. He's got an RBI. See if he can get a base hit here. We need a base hit. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss strike. 0-1 on a fastball. 95 mile an hour up and in. He could not get to it. Oh, 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no, he did not. 1-1. Again, understanding the at-bat. If you're Tyler O'Neill, we just need a base hit. Don't try to do too much. 1-1 pitch. Sweeper outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Yes, he is due for a home run, Kevin. But I'll be honest with you, I'll take a base hit. I'll take a wild pitch. I'll take a pass ball. I'll take an error. Whatever gets the run home. 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Inside and high. Ball 3. 3-1 to Tyler O'Neill. Be honest with you, if I'm the pitcher right here, if I'm Ickness, if I walk Tyler O'Neill, I'm not upset with that. Kowser's on deck. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball. Left field. Hit pretty well. It's going to be just short of the warning track, though. Caught by the left fielder, and that's the inning. But you know what? The Orioles get a run, guys. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're all tied up. It's a new game. Bottom of the 8th coming up 3-3. All right, I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Here we go, O's. Let's go, O's. 8 hits for the Orioles tonight. 8 hits, folks. And only 3 runs. The Marlins have 3 runs, and they only have 3 hits. So they've made the most out of their hits tonight. The Orioles have left a lot of runners on base tonight. Lots of runners on base tonight. Sony, you're funny. Again, the Orioles will start a series against the Athletics tomorrow night. That was awesome and disappointing of a half inning. Yes, it was. Could have been a lot more. They had some opportunities there to really, take the lead and maybe even, add to it. All right, here's Keegan Aiken. He's been horrendous this year for the Orioles. He's got a 13.5 ERA. Opponents are batting .409 against him. First pitch. Fastball. Strike just on the outside corner. 0-1. Here's Otto Lopez. He's 1 for 3 in the game. 0-1 pitch. There's a strike. Oh, called a ball. Looked like he caught the upper half of the corner, but it was called a ball. 1-1. Orioles did not challenge. Yeah, John, I would say, here's what I'll say about the 1-1 pitch, swinging a foul out of play, 1-2. The issue with Tyler O'Neill, and I was talking about this earlier, I don't know if you were in here or not, but he's not playing every day. He's platooning right field with Dylan Beavers. And these guys, baseball players, are creatures of habit, especially guys that are used to playing every day. And when you have to play one day, sit a day, play 2 days, sit a day, it's hard. 1-2 pitch, ground ball, threw into right field for a leadoff base hit. So Lopez reaches with a base hit, and Keegan Aiken is not getting any better. His name is O'Steal Your Money until he actually does something for this team. Well, it's true, Kevin. I agree. He hasn't done much of anything. But again, these guys are creatures of habit. They're used to playing every day. Tyler O'Neill, when he was with the Cardinals and when he was with the Red Sox, he played every day. Here, he's platooning. Now, part of that is his fault. He got hurt a lot, and I understand that. But, at some point, you've got to say, this is a $45 million player. He needs to play, and Dylan Beavers has got to be the bit guy. But they're not doing that, and it's hard to get into a groove. Adley Rutschman, he plays yesterday, he doesn't play today. He'll play tomorrow, he won't play the next day. I don't get that. There's a bunt, right back to the pitcher. It's a good one. Throw to first, not in time! And it's a bunt base hit. The pitcher Aiken covers, or the pitcher Aiken fielded it, but he didn't throw a strike. He barely had any mustard on that throw. He's probably afraid of throwing it away. And the runner beat it out. So first and second, nobody out. Did he beat it out? He did. Oh, yeah, he beat it out by a lot. So Liam Hicks coming to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He hit the 2-run homer back in the first inning. Again, here we go. Keegan Aiken's going to have to make some pitches right here. Aiken's been terrible this year. There's a fastball off the plate, ball 1, 1-0. Keegan Aiken has been absolutely terrible this year for the Orioles. And we really need like a pop-up or a double play or a strikeout right here, Kevin. Here's the 1-0 pitch, ball 2, 2-0. Keegan Aiken has just been terrible, and he's about to lose this game for the Orioles. He gives up 2 base hits back-to-back. 2-0 pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner, but the batter is going to challenge it, and I think the batter is going to win. I think it's ball 3. Yep, he wins. The challenge, the catcher called for the challenge. The hitter called a challenge, and he was right. It's ball 3. Hicks has had a great day challenging. He's 3 for 3. 2 behind the plate and 1 at the plate. 2 behind the plate and 1 at bat. So 3-0 pitch. Here it comes. Strike 1. 3-1. Yeah, lefty on lefty, John. He's got to get Liam Hicks right here. He can't lose him. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back, 3-2. If he can get a strikeout right here, that'd be even better. Because then nobody moves up. And then you'll be a double play away from getting out of the inning. 3-2. Strike three call right there. On the inside part of the plate, Liam Hicks takes it. I guess he wasn't looking fastball, and that's the first out of the inning. Huge strikeout for the Orioles right there. That ball's right there. Outside part of the plate. Easily strike three, and that's the first out. Here comes Morel. 0 for 3. Swing and a miss strike. 0-1. Now somebody again earlier in the chat said, hey, bank it, book it. Morel was going to hit a home run. Well, if he's going to do it, this is his last at bat. And if you're an Orioles fan, you really hope he doesn't do it. 0-1 pitch. There's strike two right there on a four-seamer. That was a big out, Kevin. Quickly 0-2 on Morel. You don't need to throw a strike here. 0-2 pitch. It's a pop-up. It's going to get out of play. He got way too much of the plate right there. He got way too much of the plate. If I'm Aiken, throw a competitive pitch, but waste one. See if you can get him to expand the zone and chase. You don't need to get a lot of the plate on this ball. 0-2, here it comes. He got way too much of the plate again. That was a swinging a foul back. That was a very hittable pitch by Morel. For Morel, he just missed it. Aiken, that's not a good pitch. You just don't need to throw a strike here. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. That's a good pitch. I like that. I really do. I like that pitch. See if he'll swing. Maybe he'll chase. Waste one. And he did. And kudos to the hitter. He didn't. I don't know if Garcia is even available, John. I know he pitched yesterday. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Nope. He steps off. One-two pitch. Fly ball. Left field. Fairly deep. Kowser's calling it. He's got it. Throw to third. The runner's tagging. They are not going to get him. They are not going to get him. The runner at third and the runner at second goes to third. The runner at first goes to second because the Orioles threw through. They should have threw to second to keep the force out, but they didn't. I don't like that call by Kowser. He should have went to second on that ball. I don't think that's good baseball right there. You're not going to get him. Keep the runner at first and keep the force out in play. Now you don't have the force out at second. You've got to get the runner at first. I don't like that. Pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Keegan Aiken here. I don't know. I just don't like that. I think, your chances of getting him are not good. Go to second. Throw it to second. Keep the guy at first. It keeps the force in play at second. And not only that, even if they did get a base hit, it only scores 1. Now if they get a base hit, it probably scores 2. So that's the other thing you got to look at. So I don't like that right there by Kowser. I think that's not the right call. That's not understanding. Again, this is where these guys don't take their instincts and understand the game of baseball. Throw behind the runner. Let him go to third. It doesn't matter. Go to second. Keep that guy at first. I'm beating a dead horse. Here we go. If we can get Hernandez, it's all for naught. Here's pitch. There's a strike on a fastball on the inside corner. 0-1. He's thrown 18 pitches, 13 for strikes. There's a strike 2 right there on another fastball. So quickly, 0-2 on Hernandez, who's 0 for 3, and he's batting 152. This is not the guy that should beat you. They got to get this guy. A 152 hitter. He's 0 for 3. You got him 0-2. Here's the pitch. High. Ball 1, 1-2. I like that pitch right there by Aiken. Throw it high, up here at eye level where he can really see it, see if he'll chase. He didn't chase. Now I'm putting one in the dirt. 1-2 pitch. Pop up. That's going to get out of play. We're going to do it again. 1-2. Keegan Aiken is looking for the biggest pitch of the night right here. He's got a 1-2 count on the hitter. He's got an opportunity to get out of this with nothing if he can get a really good pitch right here. Here's the pitch. Pop up again at 95 on a four-seamer, but it's out of play. So Hernandez is hanging in there. 56 people. Hit that like button as you're coming in. We're trying to see if we can get to 60 likes. We hit our goal of 40. Maybe we'll get to 60. 1-2 count. Hernandez is ready. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, ball 2, 2-2. It's a good take. I like the call on the pitch. It's just a good take by the hitter. You know, tip your cap. Try to get him to chase. He didn't chase. But now you got to throw a strike. You don't want to go. You don't want to go full on this guy right here. 3-2 or 2-2. Pop up. Third base side. Gunner's calling it. Gunner's got it. He's there. He makes the catch. And the Orioles get out of it. Wow. How about that? Keegan Aiken walks the tightrope. And he stays afloat. Top of the ninth coming up. 3-3 game. Excuse me. Well, I can't believe he got out of that. That's nuts. First and second, nobody out. And he gets a strikeout, a fly out, and a pop out. Unbelievable. Credit to him. Credit to Aiken. I mean, he did his job. He gave us a heart attack, but he did his job. 56 likes. You guys are amazing tonight. Thank you so much. Top of the ninth inning. We got a 3-3 game. What an exciting game. The Athletics are coming to town starting tomorrow night for a 3-game set. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We are scheduled to call the game Saturday afternoon. Hopefully that'll hang in there and we'll do that. Hope you all come back for that. We are still 9 subscribers away from hitting our goal of 1,300. So if you haven't already subscribed, if you're liking what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. Love for you to come back. And be a part of it. Top of the ninth inning coming up for the Birds. I think for the Orioles, it's going to be Cowser, Mayo, and Jeremiah Jackson coming up. Right? I think Tyler O'Neill made the last out. So Cowser, Mayo, Jeremiah Jackson. Of which you've got 2 for 8 on the night. And Cowser's got both hits. Here's Cowser. Mayo's got both hits. Cutter inside, ball 1, 1-0 to Cowser. He is staying in the game. One-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-1 on Colton Cowser. That was a cutter again. One pitch. Swing and a miss on another cutter. 1-2. Throw it again. If I'm Fulcher right here, I'm throwing another cutter inside. He can't lay off of it. and he can't hit it. One-two pitch. Here it comes. Check swing. He's gone. Strike three. He went. Cowser's out. That's the first out. Terrible hitter. I don't understand the thinking by the Orioles to say, hey, let's keep Cowser on this team. He's swinging at everything. He's not even close. It's like he has no clue what's going on. Here's Mayo. He's 2 for 3. First pitch to him. Here's a cutter on the outside. Ball 1. 1-0. 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored. One-0 pitch. Here it comes. Inside. That's called a strike. 1-1. Hey, you got 57 of you in here. Good to have everybody in. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Oh, you know what? I was behind on the chat. My apologies. Let me do this. Hold on. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back. I apologize. I missed some chat here. Hey, welcome in Luis Rivera. Welcome in. Go Marlins. Hey, that's fine. I get it. Come on, Marlins. Go, says Ivan Hernandez. Welcome in. Yeah, it's a good game so far. Welcome in, everybody. Certainly welcome here if you're a Marlins fan. That's perfectly fine. Be respectful, be courteous, and be professional, but you can cheer on your team. I get it. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Here's a cutter or sweeper outside and low. Ball 2. 2-2. Nice having you here. Thanks, everybody. Two count. Here it comes. That ball is low. Oh! Called strike 3, but Mayo is going to challenge. I think he's going to win this challenge. That looked like a ball. It's the right challenge. It is a ball. Mayo wins the challenge. It's ball 3. He's still alive. Good call by Kobe Mayo right there to challenge that pitch. So instead of a strikeout, the count runs full, 3-2. And Mayo wins the challenge. That umpire is 0 for 4 on challenges. Well, no, he's not. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field, shallow center field. Center fielder's got it. He's under it. That's the second out. Still, good challenge by Mayo there. Now it's up to Jeremiah Jackson in regulation to give the Orioles the lead, or at least keep this inning alive. Looks like Andrew Kittredge is warming in the Orioles bullpen. First pitch. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Diving off the glove of the second baseman into right field for a base hit. So Jeremiah Jackson keeps the inning alive with a 2-out single. Yeah, John, that's exactly right. But I like that Mayo understood the strike zone enough to know to challenge that. That's a good sign. Dived by the second baseman. It was off his glove and into right field. So a 2-out hit. Gunner's up. Man, if you ever needed a big hit from Gunnar Henderson, it's right now. Jeremiah Jackson's coming out of the game. They're going to put a pinch runner in the game. Blaze Alexander's going to be in. If I'm the Orioles, he's got to go. He's got to steal here. I know it's Gunnar at the plate, but Gunner's been scuffling. I think you got to let him go. First pitch. It's called a ball, but the catcher's going to challenge it. So yet another challenge by the catcher. He's won every challenge today, and I think he's going to win this one too. It was called a ball, and it is a ball. He loses the challenge just off the plate. So it's ball 1 to Gunnar. The catcher for the Marlins lost the challenge. They have 1 left. So 1-0 pitch to Gunnar Henderson coming up. Here it is. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to shift it to the pitcher covering. It's a foot race. Did he get there? He is called out. So they're saying they got him. They're going to challenge? No, Gunner's not going to challenge. He knows he's out. He just beat him to the bag. And that's your inning. Gunnar Henderson, terrible at bat. Bottom of the ninth coming up. Gunners, that's just a weak at bat. That's horrible. 3-3 game. Tony Claremont says, gotta send Cowser down. He just can't hit. Do we have anyone to bring up? Well, Tony, what I'll say is, I was saying it earlier. At this point, what do you bring? Enrique Bradfield. I don't know if he's hurt. I know he had some hamstring issues, some quad issues. If he's injured, then obviously you can't go that route. But if he's not injured, I say give him a taste. Only because he's not going to do any worse than what Cowser's doing. Cowser's hitting 169. He's terrible. And at the very least, Enrique Bradfield is going to give you immaculate, incredible defense. He's an 80 grade defender. An 80 is the highest grade you can get as a defender. He's an 80 grade defender. He's got incredible speed. He can lay down the bunt. He can make things happen. I'm not saying he's going to hit 300. He's probably going to hit right around what Cowser's hitting, around 170. But he might be able to do other things that Cowser doesn't bring to the table. So maybe they have to give him a look. But again, the Orioles, their hands are tied. I was saying it earlier. If Jackson Holliday and Jordan Westberg and Ryan Mountcastle are all healthy, Colton Cowser and Kobe Mayer are at AAA. They're not on this team. But the Orioles don't have the depth right now, and they need these guys. So that's why they're playing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on this team. With the injuries that the Orioles have, that's why. Andrew Kittredge is in the game for the Orioles. There's another guy. He's got a 15.75 ERA. But, I personally think that when Jackson Holliday comes back, I think Colton Cowser or Kobe Mayo could lose their position. But I think it'll ultimately probably be Blaze Alexander. But the problem with that is Alexander doesn't have any options left. So if you release him or DFA Blaze Alexander, he's got to go through waivers and clear waivers, and then they can outright him to AAA. I don't think he clears waivers. Here's Kyle Stowers. 224 on the season, no home run, 1 RBI. He's going to pinch hit here. Kittredge is set. First pitch. Here it comes. Outside on the slider. Ball 1. Well, I think the injuries, John, have been crazy the last 2 years. 2025 was horrendous. And this year has been just as bad. Kittredge, 1-0 pitch. Pop up. First baseman calling. Here comes Alonso, and he's got it. 1 down. He scares me when he tries to catch pop-ups. I always feel like he's going to drop it. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Stowers, as great as he was last year, he had 27 home runs last year for the Marlins. He was an all-star last year. He is not duplicating those numbers this year. Jacob Marcy is at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Kittredge is ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. Line drive foul. He hit that hard. Well, again, the thing with Cade Povich is, if you're going to send Povich down, who do you replace him with? I mean, Brandon Young is up too. Brandon Young's no better than Cade Povich. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Whether it's Brandon Young or Cade Povich, whichever one you decide to send down, they both really need to be at the minor leagues. Neither one of them are pitching well. But again, you've got depth issues at the major league level in pitching. 1-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a miss. And whoa, he lost his bat. Oh my goodness. I think the bat went into the camera area. Did Povich go on the injured list? Is that why they pulled him? Was he hurt? Melanie Newman's over there for the Orioles. Don't hit her, please. All right, 1-2 count on Marcy. Wow, we got 64 people watching, guys, with 60 likes. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like button as you're coming in. I hope you subscribe and come back for more Orioles baseball. We'll be back here on Saturday afternoon calling the A's-O's game. But right now, we got a 3-3 game between the Orioles and the Marlins. Bottom of the ninth inning. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball foul down the right field line. We're going to do it again. So arm soreness for Cade Povich. Okay, gang. Janet and I have the 3 a.m. wake-up call. Have a great night. Yeah, Victor, have a great trip, man. I hope you have a great cruise. Enjoy it. Have fun. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says he did. Strike 3. That's 2 down. Arm soreness. Again, I said this earlier. It's all mechanics for these pitchers. They don't have good mechanics, and that's why they have arm issues. Victor, have a great trip on your cruise. All right, here's Mac, pinch hitter. First pitch. Here's a sinker for a strike, 0-1. Hey, Victor, what ship are you going on? Are you going on the Dream, the Treasure? Which one are you going on? Before you head out, which ship are you going on? Joe Mack, 0-1 pitch on the way. There's a line drive. That's down. It's in the corner in right field. That's going to be extra bases. He's going to round second. It's going to be a 2-out double for Mack. Oh, Lord. So as quickly as Kittredge looked good, he gives up a 2-out double to Mack, Joe Mack. And now the winning run is at second base. John, I think you jinxed us, man. As soon as you said that, he gave up the double. Oh, the Destiny. Nice, Victor. Have fun. All right, here's Sanoa. He's 0 for 2. Kittredge has got to make some pitches here. Here's a pitch. Here's a slider for a strike. 0-1. Javier Sanoa, 0 for 2. He's got a walk in the third. He did score a run. 0-1 count right here. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to the third baseman. Off the glove of Mayo. He gets it. He throws it away, and that's the ball game. Mayo got it. He bobbled it and threw it to first. One hopper off the glove of Pete Alonso, and they throw it away. And it goes down the right field line, and the runner scores, and that's the ball game. What a horrible way to lose. Kobe Mayo, ground ball, short hopped it. It pops up. He fields it cleanly, and he rushed to throw to first base. And it was in the dirt, and Pete Alonso tried to scoop it, and he wasn't able to scoop it, and it gets by him, and the run scores, and that's the ball game. That is just a microcosm of the season for the Orioles. Mayo's got it. Take your time. And then, to be honest with you, though, that's the fault of Mayo and Pete Alonso, in my opinion. Mayo rushes the throw, but Alonso, come off the bag. Come off the bag, short hop it, keep it in front of you, and leave it at that. And then, okay, the runner reaches it first, but the runner at third doesn't score, right? Come off the bag and just short hop it and keep it in front of you and knock it down. Okay, you don't get the out, but then the game's not over. What are the chances of him getting that short hop coming that hard? I think that's just bad baseball. And that's why they are where they are in the play in the standings. Anyway, gang, thank you all very much for being here. That's amazing. So many likes today. So many people came in. You know, just bad baseball will lose games. Bad teams play bad baseball and lose games. This was an example of that right there. Guys, I want to thank everybody who came in, all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. All the likes tonight, all the people watching, thank you very much for being here. Mods, great job as usual. Just great job. I really appreciate everything the mods do. They're amazing. Again, we'll be back on Saturday. The A's are at home. The A's are coming to Baltimore. The Orioles will be back home playing Oakland. So I hope you can join us for that. Otherwise, fun game, good game. Orioles came back, but they kind of blew it there at the end. Don't deserve to win when you play like that. Anyway, final score, one last time. The Marlins get the win over the Orioles 4-3. Thanks, gang. I hope you all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. This was a lot of fun. Hey, Nick, welcome in, buddy. And good night. Anyway, gang, thanks for being here. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Again, final score, Marlins 4, Orioles 3. Bye, gang.